Thank you. That was weird because I haven't hit record yet. What? Stop that singing.
Okay, well, welcome to this Sunday morning.
Yay.
Hello.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. I haven't had to ring the bell yet. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this sunny Sunday morning. Happy to have you all here for this special service today. Are there any newcomers here for the first time? All look pretty familiar. Okay. Any newcomers on Zoom?
I don't know. I haven't seen a Sally Pearson.
I can't tell. You have to be nice.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm new.
Okay, I thought so.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Tell us a little.
Tell us your name, please, because I can't. You can see me, but I can't see you.
Hi. My name's Sally Kent, and this is the first time I've joined any kind of service at all. I'm relatively new to the community, and I've heard a lot of wonderful things about the Positive Living Center. I have several friends that attend regularly. And in fact, Melissa is singing today, so she was a real impetus for me to at least, join the So I'm looking forward to
Wow.
this service. Thank you.
We're happy to have you here. So
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Alrighty then. Well, what we do usually is we welcome you, and then we tell you that this year the themes for November are life, poise, and knowing no other. And we'll have speakers that will be coming up here to talk about their viewpoint on that. And we always like that. Mm-hmm. We like to hear that. So our musician today is Melissa Marosy. I said it wrong again. Marosy. I said it to her once and I was good, and then I lost it. That's the way it goes with me. And would you like to come up and play something for the meditation? So we'll do the meditation. Marissa will play something, then we'll go quiet for a little while, and then we'll come back.
In the quiet of this moment, I am at peace, all is well. In the quiet of this moment, I am at peace, all is well. In the quiet of this moment, I am at peace, all is well. In the quiet of this moment, I am at peace, all is well.
as we breathe into this next moment, we accept life, poise, and knowing no other. And as we do that, we free ourselves from the dramas of life, and we enter the peace of ourselves. When you're ready, take some deep breaths. Welcome back to the room. It is lovely to see you all here today. You're warming up the space. It's great. Thank you, Melissa. Marosy. I'm gonna get it. If it takes us all day, I will get it. All right. Well, right now, we're going to have our spiritual thought with the wonderful Reverend Joe Bull.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
What a great crowd on this very special Sunday. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about. We've talked about almost all of these themes throughout the month already, but I kept focusing on like no other. Because as soon as I say the words like no other, I think of God. Probably everyone does. Because there is no one else, nothing else like God. And not only is there only God, but there's only one of you and me, like no other. Even in the Bible, it says, in the beginning, God. And if you look in the Science of Mind textbook by Ernest Holmes, it says, in the beginning, God. So I'm like, all right, we're all on the same page with that. Because growing up as a little Baptist boy in church, I was told that there was only God, and that's all I needed to know about God. I couldn't question who God was. That's what I was told. You don't ask where God came from. I said, well, that's because they don't know. That's what I was thinking. But I knew that I focused my time and energy about God more than Jesus and the disciples and Moses and everybody else. But like no other, we have discovered that God is the infinite intelligence, the all in all. And that's all we need in life to do well in this life. God created itself, because that's what God does. God has to create. It created itself, the spirit, the law, the body, the seeds in the soil. The seed of a plant or a flower, if you put it in some moist soil and cover it, it knows what to do. It knows how to recreate itself into a flower or whatever it is it's meant to be. Spirit mirrors back to itself. This is something that's in the textbook. It is a power within itself. What God knows is. God is the law. God thinks, the law performs. That's how it works. At least that's how it works for me. There was and always has been God. No universe, no systems, nothing. In the beginning, God. And because God has to create, we had this big bang that happened. As scientists will tell us. That happened about, 13.8 billion years ago, maybe 14, give or take. The universe was formed by God. And the stars and the planets and the sun all started to form. And God decided, I guess, to make this solar system where Earth is. And He put all these planets in and around this thing called sun. And He made Earth so perfect for mankind to live on it. The Earth does what it does automatically because it is the law. And that's why we are here today. Because God wanted to form a planet and place living things on it. The animals in the water, the animals on the earth, and then man and woman shows up and places us on this earth. I think that in itself is just absolutely amazing. When I think about nothing being alike, I even think about my children, I call them. Lujuana and I have cats, Amber and Johnny. They're twins. They're son and daughter, son. They're sister and brother. And they're identical twins. But they're not identical. If you look at their eyes, you look at their paws and some of the colorings on their face, they have unique, distinct colors, different from each other. So they're not truly alike, just like us. You could have twin human beings born, and they're not alike. Even our DNA today that we've learned about will show us that even identical twins have their own DNA. There's no two things alike on this planet at any given time. And I think that is just, what else could have developed that but God? And over the years, I've talked to family, a few friends who do not believe in God, or at least they didn't back then. And they said, I don't believe in God. And I asked them, I said, then what made all of this? What made all of this today? Just look around you and tell me there's no God? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Johnny and Amber, craziness. I'm going to end my spiritual thought here, because I want to use this moment just to want to say thank you to Reverend Sandy for all that you've done here for the Positive Living Center, and all that you've done for me personally. You have helped me develop and to learn and to be even a better human being. You've taught me through becoming a practitioner and becoming a minister. And I'm forever grateful for that. So I want to thank you for that. When Lujuana and I first moved up here in 2015, the first thing we wanted to do was find the church, of course, of Angie and Sandy. So we found the phone number and we left a message, and Angelo called us back. And he told us where you guys were, because we weren't sure where you guys are located here. So we showed up on a given Sunday. We were walking up to the front doors, and Sandy and Angelo came outside and greeted us with huge hugs and lots of love. And it felt so good. It felt like I was home again through these people. And I'll never forget that, Sandy, for all the things you've done. And thank you for letting me be your associate minister. I was proud to do that with you and help you any way I could, and help this community any way I could. Thank you for all that you've done for me personally. And so it is.
This is a Thanksgiving time. Everything's sort of coinciding around the same time. Thanksgiving's coming up, and thankfulness is always in our hearts. And I want to thank Sandy as well for being so generous in her offering me some time to talk, or to be a host, or to work with the children in the back. But I really do appreciate you, and I'll miss you. So now we have some music with Melissa. Let's welcome Melissa back.
This next one is quite easy to sing along to, so please do if you feel so inclined. Give light, and people will find a way. Give light, and people will find a way. Give light, and people will find a way. People will find a way, I do believe. Teach peace, and people will find a way. Teach peace, and people will find a way. Teach peace, and people will find a way. People will find a way, I do believe. Stand together, and people will find a way. Stand together, and people will find a way. Stand together, and people will find a way. People will find a way, I do believe. Give love, and people will find a way. Give love, and people will find a way. Give love, and people will find a way. People will find a way, I do believe. Give light, and people will find a way. Give light, and people will find a way. Give light, and people will find a way. People will find a way, I do believe. People will find a way, I do believe.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, that was lovely. Our speaker today, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Better? I thanked Melissa, and our speaker today is Reverend Lujuana. Come on up.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you this morning. Reverend Sandy, have you turned around and seen how many people are here because they love you and want to make sure they get to see you today? Didn't mean to scare you. I know she's not scared. All right, so we've talked about our themes for today. Life, poise, and knowing no other. And I'm going to lean into poise. Haven't been feeling it lately, but I'm going to lean into that one. I'm going to lean into that. Just a reminder that when I share stories, I do ask for permission, and it is granted by the people that the stories you'll get to hear. I've shared this story before, but it really, really fits for poise. And so I want to share that again. Let's see here. In the case of this story, you may remember that I have this girlfriend that lived with, for a while, crippling anxiety. Really, really severe anxiety. To let you know, she was a stay-at-home mom. It was early in raising her two daughters. Her husband was early in having his own business. He's also a bit on the wild side. He's a bit of a daredevil, liked riding those motorcycles. And he was good on a motorcycle. He'd blow you away as far as watching him go. Wow, you'd be so impressed. He was so amazing. Still is in his mind, just doesn't ride the bikes anymore because of time on the planet. But at that time, while she was at home, with those two babies, and he was building the business, and he was their livelihood, and he was riding motorcycles. She was scared. And the fear kind of kept building. It even got to a point to where she couldn't stand in line at a store. It got to a point to where she couldn't even stay at a red light. She'd make a right turn and go around the block. In other words, there was an emotional current that was very, very, very disturbing. And it's called anxiety. She even had a point when she went into the doctor and she said, "I'm having a heart attack." And he said, after checking her out, "No, you're not." And she goes, "Yes, I am." And she refused to believe that she wasn't. And she said, "I need to see another doctor and I need to hear another opinion." So he went out and got another doctor and brought him to the room and gave her another opinion. She couldn't, at that time, go anywhere without a quarter of a Xanax in her pocket. Now, why do I tell you this very personal, very difficult situation that she was in? Because she wants me to. She wants people to know, because she's heard that once you've experienced anxiety, many people think that you're stuck with it forever. Once you've had it in an extreme way, you're stuck with it for the rest of your life. And she says, "You're not. You're not." She got to the other side. So, what happened about that time that she had the double opinions regarding the obviously very stressful anxiety attack moment is that she says, "I'm done with this. I'm enough. And she made a choice. And that choice was that there has to be a way. She didn't know how. She had no idea how she was going to be on the other side of anxiety. Boy, she was ready. So she started checking things out on the internet and through other sources at the time. And this will tell you about the time it was, because she got a tape series, cassette tape series. And she listened to that cassette tape series. And what she learned about herself was that she had a habit in her thinking that wasn't saying that she had anything terribly wrong with her. She was not. There was nothing wrong with her. It wasn't her parents. It wasn't the way she was raised. It was that she was a conscientious person who was in the habit of what-ifing. What if this happens, and what if that happens? And she was in the habit of that in her mentality. And being a conscientious person, she would take on a lot of things. And she just took on one too many. And it was kind of the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back for her peace of mind. So, this tape series really helped her to see the practices, the activity that she had going on in her own mind. So she was looking within and starting to see more about herself. And she loved hearing, and sometimes we don't love hearing this, but she loved hearing that she had created it herself, because then she knew she could uncreate it. And so, one of the things that was the practice for her journey to release this experience of anxiety was that she was to meditate. It was a guided meditation. It was a 10-minute guided meditation. And she needed to practice it by this series that she was participating with 10 times a day. 10 minutes each time, 10 times a day. And she did it. And then, of course, there was a touch on the body, because it's very much about where we are in the physical. And touch has so much to do with that. There was a touch on the body that reminded her that after she'd experienced calm that many times, 10 times a day, 10 minutes, she would get into a new state of being, a calm state of being. She could touch herself on the shoulder and say, calm. And then that way, when she was out and about, doing the grocery shopping and doing the this and doing the that, she could touch your shoulder and go calm. And experience a different state. And eventually, not only did anxiety leave her, people that meet her, and I got to work with her for 20 years, people that meet her feel her poise, feel her grace, feel her peace. So it is so wonderful to see. Now here's a person who isn't of our teaching, yet she does, of course, have her own beliefs about the power of mind over body. She isn't of our teaching, but she was changing her thinking and she changed her life. So I love that that in real life, whether we use our languaging or our teaching, what we're being taught here works. We're being pointed within to our light presence, our spirit nature, our connection and communion with Source, with God, and more gets to show up. And it's radiant, and it's resonant, and it's beautiful. Sandy, you've shared your stories and showed us that we get to live through our ups and downs, our ins and outs, and have our own awakenings, have our own increased awareness about who and what we really are. The whole time I've been participating with you, and even way back enjoying your presence at the PLC in Fresno, where I first met you, and your mama, and your papa. I feel your love and support always. I feel an invisible field of support for the whole PLC. And it's been appreciated. From Angie, too, in Washington. I love that we get to be aware of something that is beyond time and space in its omnipresence. Beyond time and space. And yet it seems we get to also be blessed by it showing up through time and space in our lives. There is a writing that I did a few weeks ago. It's from the Science of Mind textbook, and it was put in Spiritual Thought by Ernest Holmes, and I kind of threw in some modernizing of the language just a little bit. But the one thing that stuck with me, and it has been kind of hanging out with me lately, is he suggested we let ourselves imagine what it would be like. Imagine what it would be like if instead of we focused on the broken of this life, and the disturbances of this life, and the dreads, and the thises and the that, what if we let ourselves imagine how great this life can be? How much love can come through us, and joy, and peace, and compassion, and caring, and support, and vision, and freedom, and wisdom, and abundance. What if we spent 10 minutes, 10 times a day, playing with something like that? Namaste, my friends.
Namaste.
What is going right in this world? What's going right in our lives? I get that. I was thinking about that this morning. Thank you, LJ. That was wonderful. Now I'm going to ask for two wonderful volunteers to come up and help with the offertory See anybody jumping up there? Let's see. That's great. Thank you, Ellen. And Brian. Thank you, Ellen and Brian. We're gonna say a prayer first. So we'll say our offertory prayer, divine love flowing through me,
Blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive.
Thank you. And people, there is a frog box at the back, or you can contact them at minister. I don't know why the frog box is there, but that's so if you have a prayer today, our prayer practitioner will be Reverend Joe Bull, and he'll be in the back and you can have a personalized one-on-one prayer with him. If not, we have a frog box in the back if you don't have time for that, or you want to eat, or you want to do something else. You can write down your request for a prayer, and we do pray on those things. And Joe puts them online, and all of the ministers get a chance, and prayer practitioners to pray for that. And which is, it's my honor to do that. I think it's wonderful, because when I'm doing that, I also get into a very good place.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there should be a Zoom connection for people to donate online if they would like to as well. Okay, we have announcements now. I'm going to make the first announcement to kick it off. We're going to have a little get together at the end in honor of Reverend and Pastor Sandy. So please do stay. We have a wonderful, people brought snacks and food, and we should have a nice get together at the end of the service. I also want to announce that Sandy, lots of things are going on for you right now. You're going to have your birthday on the 29th. So that's Sandy's birthday. So wish her happy birthday. I'm going to give a dual purpose cake. And then also there's a full moon in Sagittarius on the 30th. So that's sort of the blossoming of everything this month. So that would be wonderful. So please come talk to Sandy at the end and have some snacks with us. We'd love to have you here and participate. All right, what else have we got going on here? Next week's speaker is Reverend Bob Hand. I think he's out there. Yay. And now we're going to do the prayer protection. The light of God
surrounds me.
The
Love of God holds me.
The
Power of God protects me.
The
Presence of God watches over me. The energy of God is me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well.
That's like your talk, Joe.
Yeah.
Your talk. That's true, and all is well. So we also have some more music. Melissa.
No more announcements?
Pardon me?
No more announcements?
Oh, there could be some more announcements. Sorry. I guess I should let people have a say. Anybody have any announcements? Do you have an announcement, Melissa?
No.
Okay. I thought maybe you did. Okay. If anybody, do you have an announcement, John, Joe, no. John, Joe, or whoever? Okay. We're all good? All right then. Oh, somebody's got their hand up back there and I can't see because it's dark. Okay, it's Cheyenne. Okay.
Hi everybody. Good
Hi,
Cheyenne. Hi. I just wanted to share that I am going to be participating in the Landmark Forum coming up. My friend Richard invited me, and I accepted the invitation to join in on that adventure. So if any of you would like to support me with your best wishes, I accept your prayers. And if you would like to donate, I have PayPal and Venmo, and so I have that information. And yeah, I'm excited for the journey because I feel like Landmark is going to help me grow, see some of my blind spots, expand in ways that I can use support expanding. And I'm excited about it, so just wanted to share that with you guys.
That's great, Cheyenne. It's nice to be excited about things and look forward to it. Okay, anybody else have an announcement? Other than the fact that we will have a flute and drum circle on the second Saturday of every month. And the flute circle starts at 1:30 for beginners, and then after 1:30 it's all levels of players, and we have lots of good times there. We have lots of fun. Making music, a different frequency. You have a lot of good times making that sound and working on that. And then we go into the drum circle, which is about 4 o'clock. It's set up at 3:30, and we've had lots of turnout for both, so it's just been a great community activity and lots of fun. So hope to see you there, second Saturday of every month. Anybody else have something they'd like to say? I don't mean to be hogging the mic, but I am up here. Okay. So I'll let you go, Melissa.
Alright. Well, Thanksgiving is coming up, as you all know. This song is called Thanksgiving Eve.
It's so easy to dream of the days gone by. It's a hard thing to think of the times to come. But the grace to accept every moment as a gift is a gift that is given to some. What can you do with your days but work and hope? Let your dreams bind your work to your play. What can you do with each moment of your life but love till you've loved it away? Love till you've loved it away. There are sorrows enough for the whole world's end. There are no guarantees but the grave. But the lives that we live and the times that we spend are treasures too precious to save. What can you do with your days but work and hope? Let your dreams bind your work to your play. What can you do with each moment of your life but love till you've loved it away? Love till you've loved it away. As it was, so it is, as it is shall it be, and it shall be while lips that kiss have breath. Many waters indeed only nurture love's seed, and its flower overshadows the power of death. What can you do with your days but work and hope? Let your dreams bind your work to your play. What can you do with each moment of your life but love till you've loved it away? Love till you've loved it away. What can you do with your days but work and hope? Let your dreams bind your work to your play. As Thanksgiving comes, there is one thing you can do. Just love all the darkness away. Love all the darkness away.
Thank you for being the light. And now I'd like to invite the board to come up? I mean, I'm calling you guys the board. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Laura, Mary Ann. You want the microphone? And ask Reverend Sandy to come up.
On behalf of the board and all the ministers and the whole congregation, we want to present you with a happy retirement gift that's open from us. We love you.
Yes, thank you for all your service.
And careful, it's glass. Okay. Can I hold something?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
That's the
Sandy,
point.
for everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you.
Do you feel like saying that?
We should sing her happy birthday. Yeah, great.
And Reverend Sandy's going to pray us out now.
May not be the last one. You're going to keep that. You want me to hold that?
It's mine, you can't have
That's fine, I know that.
it. Oh, just take a moment and take some deep breaths. Knowing that this spiritual community, this land, this building, are imbued with the love of the divine. That we all are imbued with the divine. That we make a difference in our connection. And we go out and we spread it throughout the world with everything we say, everything we do, and everywhere we go. We are needed. And everyone here has answered the call. And I'm so grateful for that. We do our part to heal this planet and this world. And we're doing a good job of it. And I give thanks for all that we are and for this building and place. And say with me, please, and so
And so it is.
Thank you, Sandy. And now I hope everyone will stay and enjoy some snacks and visit, have a good time, and talk to Sandy and meet with each other. So have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving coming up. And have a great week ahead, and we'll see you next week. My love to you all.